Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My first impressions, is this the most underrated city in Southeast Asia? We're talking about incredible Western style amenities and luxuries. $1,200 a month, maybe $1,500 a month if you're pushing it. You've probably seen this place on a flight map, like if you're headed to Bali or Bangkok. A lot of people skip it, but I honestly think you're making a huge mistake if you don't stop and come through Malaysia, and particularly Kuala Lumpur. This could be the best place for digital nomads, retirees, or just anyone sort of working remote or looking to get their family out of the, shit rat race and hole that is America and most of the West right now that's in an insane cost of living and housing crisis. So I truly think if you're looking for that sweet spot between like all the amenities, the English, the beauty, the access to Southeast Asia without sort of giving up or struggling with the language barrier and lack or chaos in other places, this could be the destination for you. So let's jump into my reasons. The luxury to cost ratio here is absurdly high. If you're coming from the West or even from other parts of Southeast Asia, KL will like mess with your sense of value. I stay in a brand new high rise. I'm literally at it right now. There's an infinity pool over there. It's gorgeous, 30 stories tall, has every amenity from like a gym to a cafe to restaurants to a rooftop bar to 3 infinity pools. Like, it's completely stacked. Awesome skyline view, not just from here, even better from up top. The other side looks at the second tallest building in the world. What are you paying to get into a place like this? Like in the $700 to $900 range. And right downtown, Bukit Bintang, everything is here. KLCC is right there over my shoulder. There's an MRT. There's 3 train lines I can see going by at the window. It's incredible, like truly. And like all in utilities, food, transport, I honestly think it'd be really realistic to do $1,200, $1,500. You're living a luxury lifestyle, not giving up on anything. So we're talking like steak dinners, cocktails, rooftop pools, whatever you want. And it's just all gonna be here in that range. If you're looking to like hold back, easily you can go under $1,000 here if you're eating local food, keeping it a little more strict. Not as much drinking out because alcohol is pricey here. I mean, you can absolutely live like a boss on a teacher's salary or a digital nomad type salary. Plus, we'll talk about it a bit later, there's quite a few different visa options. Malaysia is intentionally making it accessible for foreigners to come and like live here and relocate here, not just have a trip. Everyone speaks English, like absolutely everyone. And it's not just like customary or like read the menu or like hello or like hi, how are you, sir, etc. It's like you're talking, having a chat with your cab driver. My cab driver on the way in from the airport, like the Grab who picked me up, he was making jokes, cracking laughs, saying hello to my kids, being cute, like this went past customer service. Like he was just being friendly. We were literally just hanging out and having a conversation. And coming from Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, not so much, but Thailand and Vietnam makes a difference. It noticeably felt more welcoming. Malaysia is a former British colony, if you didn't know, so that's why English is so widely spoken, especially here in KL. And it just makes everything easier, from dating apps to making friends to your banking and your visa and the entire process. I mean, you're going to be able to get through it quickly and in English. And for like expats, long-term stay, relocation types, this is an absolute game changer. I mean, think about it. You're about to retire or retire early. Do you really want to deal with the hassle of learning a new language? If not, this might be an alternate option to the Philippines. You can just live your life. You don't need Google Translate. You can ditch the phone, go for it. Walk out the front door, you're set. Infrastructure. It's super solid. In fact, it's more reliable than maybe anywhere else I've been in Southeast Asia. To some extent, it's almost comparable to like a lesser version of Seoul or maybe like Taipei, Taiwan. The trains run, the internet is fast, the roads are smooth. There's air conditioning absolutely everywhere. Even outside here on the sidewalk. Kidding, it's my one dad joke for the day, I promise, that's it. But it does that real thing where it feels super developed, but not fake. The obviously physically closest place to here is Singapore, and there's a lot of that here. It has the feel of Singapore, but it's scrappier, a little rough around the edges, and way, way cheaper. It's not actually a small city though, it's massive. So I would say if you're actually going to live here long term, I'm just here for 1 week right now doing a bit of work. Probably a reality you're going to live out in like a train or a commuter suburb. So KLCC behind me, all the shiny towers, the malls, it's not the most livable place, right? So you want to go to like Mont Kiara, Bangsara, Damsara. Jack Alderton told me about another Desa Park place. I forget what it's called. I can put the name on the map here now. But probably going to live 20 to 40 minutes from downtown. The other guy I talked to about doing the interview, he was in Cyberjaya, which is like 35 minutes from downtown. And so the MRT is cheap and clean and reliable, but it is still going to be a commuter style lifestyle if you do live out there. Like think train suburb, right? Walk out your door into the chaos of Ho Chi Minh or the beach of Da Nang, where you're just going to be able to get a bowl of pho or a banh mi steps from your front door, unless you decide to live in Bukit Bintang, in which case, man, I'm good on you, it's possible. The suburban sprawl, both a pro and a con. If you're looking for a quiet lifestyle, if you're coming to Southeast Asia with a family, it could be a really great option. The flip side, the Grab cars are super cheap. So like I've been taking cars around and they're coming up like on my Wise account. You know I'm a Wise affiliate. Use it for all my currency exchange. Always use it to tap pay. I've been able to tap and pay everywhere in Kuala Lumpur. Every single place I go, I'm just tapping with my phone. Got the Wise card set up to do that. But when I see the currency exchange come through, very cheap. We're talking $2, $1, $4, $3, $5, right? These are all the different taxi rides I'm taking around town. So cheap. Really comparable prices to Vietnam, even cheaper than Thailand, like mind-blowing cheapness. But for whatever reason, you have to wait for cars. Like even in a normal rainy day, I find it 5 to 10 minutes for a car. And then when you do get into the car, there is a bit of traffic. It's not insane, chaotic traffic, but there is traffic here. So you do have to account for that, adjust for that. And then on the storm days when it rains, like be prepared for a legitimate wait, book your ride ahead or something with Grab. Food. There's everything. There's Western, there's halal, there's multicultural, and it's very affordable, minus the alcohol. KL might be the best city in Southeast Asia for Western food. Might just be the best city in Southeast Asia for food in general. It's right up there with Singapore for like insane diversity. Chinese, Malay, Indian, Western options, you know, there's everything. There's definitely all the like fancy third wave cafe coffee shops that my wife loves and where all the like digital nomad types and local startup people are sitting on their laptops hustling. It is a halal city, right? So this is a Muslim country. Legally, the government, it's operated that way. It is an Islamic state. So you're not going to get a lot of pork. You're going to have to skip your bacon, but who knows? Maybe you get healthier eating those avocado toasts instead. For me, it didn't really feel restrictive. It felt more like it's actually very diverse, very inclusive. Truly maybe the most multicultural place in Southeast Asia outside of Singapore. Unlike Thailand or Vietnam, which feels really like a monoculture, both great cultures, but they're monocultures. This doesn't feel like that. You're seeing faces and people from all over, hearing different accents, different languages. It has that. That said, though, the culture is sort of conservative. It's tolerant. I'd say it's accepting. You know, like no one's like looking twice at me for being a tatted up white guy. It's a Muslim majority country. You're going to hear the call to prayer. You're going to see mosques. You're also going to see churches. There's a big, beautiful cathedral right across the street from where I'm staying. You're going to see headscarves and a more conservative social vibe. A lot of people not drinking. You can buy beer and buy alcohol at restaurants. There are cocktail bars, but they're priced at foreigner prices, which is not dissimilar than Vietnam, I would say. Yeah, just remarkably multicultural, but it's not the sort of like all-out party central vibe you might feel in Saigon or Bangkok. And it's not the kind of like sun's out, fun's out, guns on the beach kind of vibe you might be able to get in Da Nang or the Philippines. Even though I would say in Da Nang, it's only foreigners doing that, right? Like when you go to the sort of beach scene in Vietnam, there's no locals like doing bikini shoots. Another drawback, the heat, the humidity, the sun, it's as intense as anywhere I've ever been in my life. And you feel indoors here, the air conditioning is insane. It's so cool, so chill. But the hot, hot sun, the sweat, my skin's been breaking out. I'm just like absolutely percolating. And keep in mind, I've lived in Vietnam for years. I've traveled all over Thailand and stuff. I'm not gonna say I'm accommodated or I love the heat, but I'm certainly used to it. And it's just like sauna hot here. You are absolutely sweating. You know, it's quiet on the streets. You're not going to see anyone out in the sort of midday, afternoon style, unless they're at a rooftop pool, you know, taking a dip. Let's just wrap this up. This is going to be a quick one. Is Kuala Lumpur the most underrated city in Southeast Asia? Honestly, it might be. Like it's, if you're after affordable, luxury, English-speaking access, a chill, laid-back lifestyle in a big, clean, safe, fully built city, like it's a fully realized city, you know, it's not halfway. This might be it. You know, it's not chaotic, it's not tropical beachside paradise, but it's so livable. It's such accessible luxury, real 5-star luxury, beautifully done, finished, perfect, not half-assed, not just vanity, you know, Incredible stuff. If you are considering a move to KL, to Malaysia, or to anywhere else in Southeast Asia, think about long-term living options or trying to find what's right for you right now. The link's always there in the description. Or if you're still locked in on Vietnam, I highly recommend coming to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. You tell me what your first impressions of this place are in the comments. Frankly, I love it. I would seriously consider moving here with my family in a couple years when we're looking for a more urban vibe than the beachside place we're in at the moment. Links are all in the description below. Thanks so much. I'm Evan A.